copy directives. Feet, switching to lunar mode. Final landing approach.
You're too low. Climb.
Controls degrading.
Slow your rate. Do your read. Kneel.
The vehicle's not safe.
This is based on a real event, Neil Armstrong. Actually, you can find the real video on YouTube. Neil Armstrong was in a training vehicle, training to try to land, and he lost control of the vehicle and he had to eject, and he nearly died. And so there was footage of this that Damien and his crew in production used as a reference. And so a lot of the footage actually looks like the wide shots you see, which are these very telephoto, very rough shots of this craft that they recreated. So Damien wanted to build this up musically, Justin Hurwitz's score, and then just cut right in. And just from a story point of view, what has just happened is Neil Armstrong's best friend, Ed White, has just died. And so we're coming from getting that information. And Damien wanted to start the next chapter with impact. So we did that with a title card, and we crescendoed Justin Hurwitz's music, and then we just did a smash cut, not to an establishing shot, but again, to a detail, to a close-up. And then once we establish this, then we can pull out to the wide and get our bearings. But we want to be thrown, we want to throw the audience headfirst into this. Now we see another detail, we start to pull back. He recreated an exact replica of this vehicle, and they hung it from a crane. Same with this shot. This is a full-scale vehicle being hung by a crane, which was erased from this shot. But it was important to Damien that it have that real physicality. He didn't want to do it CG. But now we pull back to the wide to show what it is. And we show details, little fragments. Damien wanted this to be chaotic. He wanted this section to be out of control. And so that the vehicle's out of control, and editorially he wanted to express that through these fragmented pieces. And again, a cause and effect. These inserts are your friend. You show a switch and you hear that sound of the lever being pushed, and then you can cut to the craft reacting. They had storyboards of this section, but we only used that as a starting point. We veered very quickly from those storyboards, and we relied then on the footage. The footage told us, in a way, how to cut it. And we did that by looking at the footage and pulling out, selecting the little pieces we liked. Okay, well, this wide shot of the craft careening this way or shifting that way. I like the way that it looks. It looks violent. It looks out of control. Let's grab that. And that starts dictating what your editing plan is. And this, again, POV shots are your friend. But in this case, it's okay that it is not always necessarily linked up with the eyes, although by the time the scene, the way the scene crescendos, the eyes and that POV back and forth will come into play, and we'll use that to build up to a certain point. Again, ship careening, let's answer it with pieces. And now we wanted to build this up real fast. And it was important that we get this wide shot in here just to help sell. It's okay that it's different, that you're feeling the pieces, but also just to sell the fall. And now we can go completely subjective. So now we go into, and again, this is a place where I want to, as an editor, during moments like this, you want to get the audience in almost like a wrestling hold. You want to grab the audience, and you do that by teeing things up a certain way. And so this is where now you want to set up the POV with this close-up of the eyes. And by the way, this shot, I put a push on this, a zoom, to start zooming in into the eyes. Now we answer it with the POV. And now we push in further. This is a zoom I've added in the Avid to push in more on his eyes. Now he reacts. And it's okay that you're in the micro. It's okay that it's somewhat abstract. And now rhythmically we see, and again, these are short shots. That's 6 frames long. He's pulling the lever for the ejection seat. And now what we like here is we cut to this where we see his head go back. And this was a double, a cut with 2 shots where one helps the other, going up, and then just in a graphic sense, pulling up on the lever and then the head going up. Those are 2 things that you want to link together. Now we have this pyrotechnics. And now, because we've started cutting faster and now we have these fast pieces, now we are allowed to stay on this shot, Damien's favorite shot, one of his favorites, this ejection seat shot, which we always knew we'd want to linger on. But now it means something because we've set up this contrast. We've earned that. Now we can stay on it. Now we change the pace of the scene. And now this shot, we've earned the right to hold on this shot. Just stay with it, of Neil being dragged. And in fact, that's Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling did the stunt. And so when you have an actor in this situation doing something like that, that's gold. You want to stay with that. You want to hold on it. You want to hold so you can show that it's actually Ryan Gosling. It's your actor doing this. So we stay. He lifts up his head. You can see his visor's cracked. It's Ryan Gosling. Because we've just come from something cinematically overt and cutty. Now we've earned the right to linger on these things. And that's the payoff to the scene. It's okay that the shot before is through the fire, through the heat. You know, now this is the punctuation of the scene. Now you see exactly the context. You see where he is in relation to the craft.
The vehicle's not safe.
Well, unfortunately, it's the best.
Pre-lap, and then we go into the next scene.